Welcome back, folks. Today, my name is Simon. Let's back up and try this again. Welcome back, folks. My name is Simon. This is my 1941 Chevy that we're building for the high-class trash Ratrod build-off invitational something. Anywho's, we're gonna chop her. She needs a haircut, basically. She needs to come down. If you're worried that I'm a little nervous about doing this, you'd be 100% correct on that, but we're gonna give her our best go. We're gonna do the old snip, snip, slip, slip, bring her all down to where I think it should be. It's hard to tell if it's right or not until it's done, and then it's too late to change it anyway, so it's fine. If you came here hoping to learn how to do a chop correctly, I'm gonna apologize in advance. I'm pretty proud of myself though, guys. I've taken some time. I've taken some time and tried to plan this out as best as I think I could have. Mind you, it could still be completely wrong, and that's possible. But we have looked at all the possibilities. Like this is gonna be my baseline. I got a 4-inch chop line marked out, a 5-inch chop line marked out, and a 6-inch chop line marked out. If I cut it 6 inches, this window will go from 15 inches tall to 9 inches tall. Be pretty sweet looking, huh? But I don't want just a straight old cut across the middle there and bring her down even. No, that's too easy. Why would I do that for myself? I want it either angled back like the old lead sled style or angled forward like a Mad Dog style. And I'm really hoping for the Mad Dog leaned forward look. Whether that's right or not, I don't know, but I'm the one that has to live with it, so it doesn't really matter. Even back here, I've kind of marked it. Look, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 inches of chop level. I assume that's how it's gonna kind of all slip down in there. We're gonna take our C-pillar window curves out of here because I'm going to reshape them when I put it back in, depending on where this falls, because I suspect when I cut this and start dropping it, this line is going to move back here somewhere. So we're going to have to reshape all that. We'll make it work. The door, the same thing. This is going to be my base for my chop. 4 inches, 5 inches, 6 inches. I don't know what this will need because it's going to be kind of angled one way or the other. On my shoebox, you'll know I leaned my post forward. This one we're gonna keep straight up and down. Why not do something I haven't done before? Make it more difficult for myself. I'm a glutton for punishment. Don't cut that, dummy. We're basically, I'm not explaining this very well. How I'm gonna do this, oops, sorry, probably smacking the mic. How I'm gonna do this is we're gonna cut the door frame out right here. So this section will come out, base, and we'll deal with that after the chop is done because then we can fit it all back in. These lines are just for reference so I know where I should cut if I need to cut. In the front, same thing. We're gonna start at 4 inches. We're gonna cut that out of there, drop it down, see how we like that. If I cut the door frame here at the same cut as this, I have no intentions of cutting this any lower. So as long as this doesn't change anything, this door frame shouldn't have to change anything. It may change up here and it may change back in that corner, but right here, we should be okay. I don't know. And then around the back here, we're just gonna all the way around that body line. I had thought about rebuilding this window frame before doing the chop, but it's even worse than I expected, and I expected it to be bad. Like there's just nothing left. The channel's just completely gone. I'll come up with a creative solution, but I figure I might as well figure out where the chop's gonna land. And then if I gotta change something, I gotta do something different, then we can do something different at that point. I'm not really that worried about it right now because it's garbage. There's just nothing left. Yeah, and then I'm thinking, so when I did my chop, oh gee, I'm all over the place today, guys. I apologize because I don't know how to teach. And I'm not trying to teach, I'm just trying to explain what I'm gonna do so there's no confusion. There's still confusion because I'm confused. I believe what I'm gonna have to do is slice this in the middle, and this part will go that way, and this part will go that way, and then we'll reassemble the center. How we do that, I have not a freaking clue. Not even the slightest idea. We're just gonna start cutting and then figure it out as we go because I'll spend all this time here staring at it, trying to make the right decisions on what to do, and I never really get any farther than where I started when I started thinking, and I end up just cutting it and figuring it out as I go. That's how that works. So yeah, I'm gonna shut up now. Been talking a whole lot on some of these videos, and I'm gonna try and avoid some of that because I'm sure it gets boring. And we're just gonna start cutting and slicing and dicing, hopefully, probably really quick here. One of the age-old questions always is where do you even start? And well, frankly, I don't know where you start. Here's where I'm going to start though. We're gonna take these sections of C-pillar out because we know we need to get them out of there. And then we'll probably take the section of the door out of there because we know we need to get that out of there. Then that's at least out of the way. Maybe at that point, we'll take the B-pillar out, at least cut through it. Save this for last. I really don't know. I don't know. We're just gonna cut. Sawzall is really handy for some of this too. You just got to be careful you don't get it all going wobbly. I've learned. She gets a little out of control. Like that. It's probably because there's a bent blade. We got her. I probably could have done this with the cutoff wheel, honestly, because I already cut all that inner structure out of there. So let's just do that. I'm just trying not to screw this up, people. Trying not to make it harder on myself, which I'm probably doing without even knowing. What is, oh, I just bent that again. That's awesome. So there's this actually folds into the metal, it looks like. So it's trying to cut into a seam. So we'll just drop the cut down a little bit. There's one. I'm hoping I can get this door piece out of here without cutting the welds on the door. We'll see how that works out for me. So it's not working out great. Maybe we can see what's going on with a little light. I mean, we're almost there. We're not even close on the front. Going all kittywampus, that's perfect. Ow, that was my head. Ho, 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 ho. Bingo, bango, we done it. Well, we've either made a step in the future of this car being awesome, or we've made a step in the future of this car being garbage. It's too early to tell. I do know that we are gonna make this cut here first, because it's easier to cut this section off of the car than it is off the floppy roof. If we end up taking more off as we go, then we'll address that as we go. But we're gonna start by cutting it here, and then once the roof is out of the way, we can cut that section clean off. We'll cut it, you know, as square as we can. Maybe. I don't really know. We're gonna make it work though. All right, I'm gonna get the other side knocked out and then we'll come back and see what we do next. Alrighty, folks. I know some of you are gonna be really impressed that I've already got a roller here, but don't be fooled. It's just dollies. It's not a true roller. yet, but we'll get there, fingers crossed, with any luck. So what I've done is shifted the car to the center-ish of the garage area so I can cherry pick the roof off of it with my little winch crane chain thing, whatever you want to call it. I don't have anybody home here to help me lift it off today like I did when I did the shoebox. I had the wife here and she helped me lift it off, but she's out working, unfortunately for her. So I'm stuck here by myself trying to figure out a solution, and this is the solution I figured out. We're gonna just lift it off with that. It doesn't need to go high or far, it just gotta go up or not fall in. Either way, you'll notice that the chain is leaning a little to the front because the way it's all worked out and my hand's reaching and whatever. We got 4 points of contact though. If I figure as this lifts, it's gonna wanna shift back and we can adjust the car because it's a roller to meet our needs. And now I think I just gotta stop delaying and make some cuts. Yeah, we got the last, essentially 3 cuts. 1 cut, 2 cut, and around the back, and she's completely disassembled. If it sucks so bad, we'll just have a convertible car from here on out, I guess. But we're gonna try and see what we can do. I did find some square stock and I put that in there. It's kind of in the center-ish as best as I can tell. So that'll give me a little bit of a guide as I bring the roof down. If I'm not happy with it, we'll break the laser back out and we'll laser beam that baby and make sure she's as square as we can get it, which will probably still be wrong. So I'm gonna shut up and just keep cutting. I've been delaying on this long enough, and it's just time. It's just time to make a cut. That's all there is to it. It's just time. I don't like to use the word that I've been delaying. I've been procrastinating. I've been nervous. Let's just call it what it is. I've been nervous. Granted, there's no going back from what we've already done other than just trying to weld it all back together, and that'll be like, why'd you do that for? And well, I don't want to have to explain that to anybody. So we're just gonna cut it off and make it be what it's gonna be. I lost my Sawzall. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, we're gonna start conservative and we're gonna do the 4-inch cut. Let's do the passenger side first. That was anticlimactic, all that prep and don't even have any power. It's probably because it's not plugged in. Weird. What a weird thingamabobber. Okay, no more screwing around, Simon. Here we go. Time to make things happen. Time to either screw it up and figure out how to fix it or just do it right the first time. I'm hoping for doing it right the first time, but let's be realistic here. You know what? That blade is very wonky. Maybe I got a new one. I have one that's less wonky. So apparently I should have bought some Sawzall blades before I started this, but here we are. This one's only a slight radius to it. Yeah, that didn't cut at all. All that is doing is going, rrr. So let's just do it this way. Let's just get our cut started with the old zip cut, as they call it. Rip saw, cut off wheel, death have me. Is that better? Did that help us out at all? That didn't work. Now we're cutting it an L. Yeah. The guys on the old TikTok make this look so easy. Just walking all over. Well, we've completely missed those cuts there. That looks pretty bad, actually. We'll make it work. That's all there is to it. I'm sure this camera's gonna die here soon. Overheat, battery's gonna die, who knows? It's always something. Yep, this will not cut straight. Just blah, 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 like a fish out of water. I guess we'll be using some extra filler rod on some of this. Fill in my flawed cuts. That's gonna start collapsing and that'll pinch that thing for sure. Okay, there we go. The front is officially disconnected. Officially. Now it's just the back. Let's get that knocked out. Alrighty then, here we go. I'm only completely nervous. I screwed up. Come on, baby, lift. Gets there and just, whoa. What was that? Are we still hung up somewhere? Is that the problem? I feel like we're completely free. Oh yeah, we're definitely free. It's not lifting completely level. Shocker. It'll match the rest of the car. Should we go with that? I don't know. Can I make some more room back here? I am running out of room with everything I got going on here and not taking time to clean my garage. I know, it's my own fault. I get it. It looks a little more straightish. It's not working. Oh, we're still, why didn't you guys tell me it's still attached there? Duh. I knew that. Just testing you guys, making sure you're paying attention and not sleeping over there. Oh, look at that. Now it floats. What a coinky dink. Oh boy. Oh boy. This is exciting and nerve-wracking all at the same time. Oh, that didn't lift the rear very well. That's probably because I'm not centered. It's fine. That's okay. It's okay, people. We're fine. I hope. Now what do we do? I don't know what we do. You tell me. She definitely chopping off, though. She's gone. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now. Yep, come back later. I think I should have had the chain in the center of the roof. Why didn't I think of that? That should have just been common sense. Like, it should have been picking up from right here. Why? That was amateur. Anyways, I think we're okay still. We can make this work. At least it's got some flex and I can pull it up and clamp it and whatever else. Maybe I'll knock these guys off and we'll set her back down and just kind of get a visual of what we're going for and see if we're liking what we see. Let's do that. All right, so here we are. We got her sitting down here now. She's got 4 inches out of the front. I got it clamped at 2 inches in the rear. You can really see now what I was talking about, if I even talked about it, how this B pillar is gonna have to shift. So like it would be over here, and now because everything shifted forward, it's gonna be back here a little bit more. This back here is gonna have to be adjusted. It's, like I said, it's clamped at 2 inches. But honestly, unless I'm gonna build out from here down to here, that's one option. The other option is you can slice the roof in half and then slide it back to fill this gap, and then you fill the strip in the middle. You see it a lot on like pickup truck cabs. I see them do that a lot. I've never done it. Thought it might be fun to try, and then it would kind of retain the original shape here a little bit and not be so slanted like a lead sled, because I'm not building a lead sled. So that's where we are. I did mock up a seat in there. It's not, it's not precise, but it's close. Had about 6.5 inches of headroom yet. I don't know, I just think it needs a little more aggressive a chop for me. I'm not sure why a guy that's my size, and by my size I mean 6'4" and a few hundred pounds, is building a car so damn low to the ground and short. Is that irony or just stupidity? Who really knows, honestly? But I think it needs more. I'm not happy with it. So at the end of the day, that's all that really matters. So I'm gonna somehow get it dropped down lower without cutting more off yet, because I don't want to have to put back in. That's the big thing. So we'll probably just shift it back a little bit, or maybe kick it to the side one way or the other and drop it down beside the A-pillar. That's probably what we should do. We'll just kick it over, drop it down, and we'll give the illusion that it's chopped out of there. And then we can get a better look at what we're dealing with, maybe. At least a different perspective. All right, so just ignore the fact that everything looks a little kitty wampus, because we're just trying to see fitment here, people. We're just trying to see, hey, is this even gonna be a feasible, workable idea? We can make it fit after. I'm gonna crawl my big old lanky bruiser butt in there and see how we fit and if we got headroom and, you know, all the important things. See if I can even see out of the windshield. How am I getting in this thing? Okay, yep, that's working. Just crawl in here, see how things are. That's a really small windshield. Pretty sure the one on the shoebox, that's 12 inches. So this is definitely smaller than that. Oh, I can't stand very well. We just got a monkey gym it in here. Pretend you're in elementary school, Simon. Ow. Yeah, okay, ow. All right. Not much room for standing in here, surprisingly. So obviously this is not necessarily going to be the correct seating position. Are we too low? Not a whole lot of up visibility. My eye line is coming in right below here. Actually, yeah, like this would be the bottom of my eye line right now. So granted, I'm a little closer than I probably would be. I'd probably have the seat a little further back. And that would help with that, probably, maybe. I don't know. I can't get further back. And I'm sitting up in a pretty well straight up and down position. It ain't like I'm Vanilla Ice cruising in my 5.0 in here. Ice, ice, baby. No, I'll stop. All right, let's see what we got for a head measurement. Sitting pretty much straight up and down, a little slouched. I got 3.5 inches above my head. I mean, reality is I'm going to be down a little bit more, laid back a little bit, one arm on the wheel. Now my hand's in my way. I can't see because my hand's in the way, but now I can have more vision. Can always come up an inch. We can always do that. I only go to 5 inches instead of 6, but 6 just looks killer. I'm going to be really disappointed in myself if I go to 5 and always think I should have gone to 6. I don't know. I think we should think. I think a guy's got to do the smart thing and sleep on it a little bit. This is one of those things that's hard to come back from when you cut. So we're just taking our time. Yeah, it's probably a little bit of a slow process for you, but it's what it is. Do I only go to 5? I don't know what I do. If I come up an inch in the front, do I need to come up an inch in the rear too? This is very... Why do I have to be the one that makes the decisions? Can't somebody else make it for me? So... I just fell off the seat. The blocks rotated. That's not ideal. Will anybody believe me if I tell them I fell off the seat on the ground? Oh, okay. I'm gonna get out of here. This is got me wedged in all kinds of bad spots. See, now I'm too low. I'm hitting the dash. I can't see over the dash. Decisions. Ow. I cannot believe I fell off the seat. Can we get out, Simon? Jungle Jim and Tarzan. Okay. There we go. That was easy. Well, decisions were made, choices were chosen, and things happened. We went the full 6 inches, folks. I mean, if we're gonna do it, let's frickin' do it, right? Why not? I got some view out of there, so it's fine. I'll make it work. I can see I'm sitting on about 12.5 inches off the ground, where the floor is going to be about 8.5 inches off the ground. So I'm sitting 4 inches higher than I would be if I was off the floor. Is that enough? I don't know. Plus, it's got to go back a fair amount because, you know, I'm not going to sit that close to the steering wheel. I got to be able to stretch my old daddy long legs out here, you know? So, all that being said and decided, finally, it's time to start reattaching things. And we're going to start with the front and then work our way back. Is that the correct way? I don't know. It's just what we're gonna do. You can see here, because the way the window shape is and the car body shape is and the way things came down, we are about 1/2 inch shifted that way right now, with this one lined up perfect-ish. So what we're gonna do is basically split that 1/4 inch either side to get our center. And then I'll probably come in here and slice this and see if I can't pull those A-arms together that 1/4 inch to make it up. I might have to slice this one too and bring that out. I'm not sure yet. You know, you don't want to make it look too goofy. So we don't want it to be a nice smooth line and then a wonky one. I don't think anyways. That's not what I'm thinking I want. So I think we're going to get the front locked in and ready to go. And then we'll kind of work our way back and see how everything flows, and we'll just take the natural progression back here. Is that correct? Again, I don't know. It's just what we're gonna do. It's what we're gonna do, people. That's all there is to it. And then we'll be able to figure out, we'll get everything squared up and straightened up and trued up, and we'll figure out where we're cutting what next and how everything goes back together. That's all there is to it. All right, if you've never done a chop before and you've thought about doing a chop before, just frickin' chop it. You'll figure out how to put it back together, or you'll have a convertible. Either way, the car will be different than when you originally got it. I'm gonna get to figuring out what we need to figure out, and we're gonna figure it out. Let's just do it. Stop yipper-yappering and yippity-yappeting and just do it. All right, folks, I think we got her locked in, basically, for the most part, at least the front half. They're just tacked. It's not like securely done. It's just tacked, and I got the window frame openings the same on both sides, so it's the same measurement here and here as it is on the other side of the car. Even the left to right, front to back stuff, that's all, I think okay. We're just winging it here at this point. It's a little different than the shoebox chop I did on that, and I made some mistakes on that I'm trying to prevent on this one, like it being out of square. So we're just gonna hope for the best and cross our fingers. We'll get going on getting her all locked in and tidied up on the next one here. That's marking center as best I can. I can't really, in my eyes, see that true center definition, but it looks pretty good. That actually looks like it's got a bend in it, so that's probably not helping. We're getting there. We're definitely getting there, people. I'm loving it. So like I said, we'll get her all, start tying her together and making her all look like the car again on the next video. I've done probably 1,000 laps around this car today already, so this video is probably getting a little longer than I want it to be. We're gonna wrap her up and move on. Side note, use 4 straps and pick each corner individually. You'll have less fighting. Because I was fighting it, pulling this way and that way and forward and back, and it was all because I was using 1 strap for the rear and the 2 straps in the front were hooked to each other. It was a nightmare. When I figured out use 4 independent straps and you can adjust them independently, things really took a turn for the better. Hopefully, we'll see. But I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it. I'm really happy with it. All right, till next time, be sure to hit that like, subscribe, leave a comment, give me some tips, some pointers. I'll try and remember them for the next time I do a chop. Hopefully I'll remember them. Maybe I'll go back and reference the video comments for such a thing. But either way, she's going down.